Off and racing in the opening Jim Derwin Equestrian 4yo mares race, and it is Piper Park with Queen's Melody the first to show. Wednesday Adams is close to the pace as they go to race on towards fence number 1, and Jazzy de Shellac keen to be close up also. As they go to fence number 1, Jazzy de Shellac and Piper Park not hanging around, and Jazzy de Shellac has pecked and unshipped at fence number 1, the first casualty, as the rest remain racing into the turn. So that now leaves Piper Park, who was getting into something of a contest with Jazzy de Shellac. As they take the bend, Queen's Melody is back in third spot, and they're being chased in behind Wednesday Adams by Time to Wait. Don't Escape is the early back marker. So Piper Park is going to lead them left-handed. Just watch the riderless horse coming up towards the lorry park. If you're in that direction, the riderless horse is making her way right up towards the stable yard if you do manage to get eyes on it. So they make their way into the back straight now and on their way towards fence number 2. And out front, as they wait for them to reappear, expecting to see Piper Park, the first one that comes back into our view, in the red jacket of the Harley Dunn team. Tiernan Power Roach aboard. Queen's Melody not too far away. Wednesday Adams jumps it in third as this trio make their way through the gap on towards the next fence. Just Made It is next, and Don't Escape is the back marker. On they go towards the second fence along the back. Piper Park, Queen's Melody, Wednesday Adams and Just Made It. Don't Escape the back marker as they now disappear from view and race right down into the dip. The next time we pick them up, they'll be heading towards fences 4 and 5. And it is Piper Park and Tiernan Power Roach who disappeared first. Queen's Melody under Derek O'Connor was sitting second. Wednesday Adams and Rob James were third, and they were followed by Just Made It and Simon Kavanagh just in front of Don't Escape and John Barry. That was the order as the 5 disappear. They reappear back into view now. Piper Park comes back in front with Queen's Melody very much on terms now. They're being chased back in third by Just Made It, who races along in company with Wednesday Adams and Don't Escape, last of the 5. Coming now towards fence number 5, this completes circuit number 1. And Piper Park's been up there throughout. Queen's Melody, never too far away, being chased in third by Wednesday Adams. And then behind this one goes Just Made It, who in turn is in front of Don't Escape, last of the 5. But 4 to 5 lengths that cover them now as they go to race out over the 6th fence, where Don't Escape was a little untidy, but all standing of the 5 that got this far a circuit ago and make the turn around the top bend. They'll disappear again before we pick them up in fence number 7, but it is Piper Park who has the advantage from the second running. Queen's Melody, Wednesday Adams is third, and then Just Made It and Don't Escape. So now they race the turn, shortly making the way into the back straight. Piper Park from Queen's Melody. Racing in third is Wednesday Adams, and just behind that leading group of 3 are both Just Made It and at the back of the field Don't Escape. So continuing now along the back straight, next time we pick them up they'll be about to rise out over fence number 7, and Piper Park is holding the advantage with Queen's Melody never too far away. That was the order as they disappeared. Not long now before they take the rise on out over fence number 7, which brings them pretty much towards the half point. Piper Park, Queen's Melody, jumping it in third, Wednesday Adams. In fourth, Just Made It, and Don't Escape is last of the 5. Little or no change in the order since they just got away from the back of the first fence. Piper Park jumping this in front of Queen's Melody. Wednesday Adams third, Just Made It 4, and just as they disappear again, Don't Escape is the last to go behind. So Piper Park, this daughter of Walk in the Park out of a King's Theatre mare, has the advantage as they disappear from view, closely related to Banjo Girl. In second spot is the Jukebox Jury, Queen's Melody. She was second at Ballyraggett on her only start last year. And they're the leading pair. Just behind them in third is Wednesday Adams, has the benefit of 1 run at Bartlemy last year. And they were chased as they disappeared by Just Made It, going out over that one. He's had a benefit of 2 runs, and last of all, Don't Escape, who was third in a maiden hurdle at Punchestown back in June. Coming to 6 from home, Piper Park, Queen's Melody, Wednesday Adams, Don't Escape and Just Made It. The 5 head up now to past the post. They have a circuit ahead of them. And they have 5 still to be jumped in the Jim Derwin Equestrian Maiden race for 4-year-old mares. Piper Park, Queen's Melody. Behind them in a close third is Wednesday Adams, and they're being chased just in behind by Just Made It, who's towards the outside of an improving Dawn Escape. So now they go into the bend that brings them on left-handed, round towards the back straight, with still 4 fences left to be jumped, 2 in the back straight, 2 in the straight. And out front into the turn, Piper Park, Queen's Melody, Wednesday Adams. And they're followed by the other pair, Dawn Escape, and in fact closing up now, Just Made It as well. So the 5, just as they disappeared at that point, really beginning to bunch. 3 lengths would nearly cover 5 as they turn into the back straight. But Piper Park and Queen's Melody held the initiative. Just Made It and Dawn Escape were just improving up on the outside of Wednesday Adams as they disappeared. So racing down along the back straight now, where they'll come towards 4 and 3 out in this opening 4-year-old mares contest. And waiting for them to reappear towards that 4th last, Piper Park, Queen's Melody, being chased back in third by Wednesday Adams, and Piper Park is just beginning to turn it on a little. Queen's Melody goes with her. Wednesday Adams tries to do the same, and then Just Made It and Dawn Escape. Piper Park ridden into it, jumps it well, tries to stretch the race. Queen's Melody's asked to go after her. Wednesday Adams the same. Little gap opening up now to Just Made It and Dawn Escape as the tempo begins to increase with some intent as they race down now towards the bottom dip, and they'll shortly rise on their way towards the second last, where we'll pick them up again. But Piper Park had begun to put some speed into the contest as they disappeared. Now they rise, and it is Piper Park the first to reappear from on the near side, Queen's Melody. And as they jump that, there's less than a length between them now as they go towards the final one. It's Piper Park the far side, Queen's Melody the near. Behind them back in third is Wednesday Adams. Piper Park to the last from now Wednesday Adams, who's trying to come at her. Back in third is Queen's Melody, but Piper Park is picking up again in front from Wednesday Adams, who's trying to come back and has run right in behind the leader. And it is Piper Park who wins from Wednesday Adams, and they're being chased by Queen's Melody. 4th goes to Just Made It, and a break to the final finisher, Dawn Escape.